after all this, you're going through kind of these movie roles, these acting gigs, and you talked about sort of having to like relearn a lot of things and kind of get back into the acting game, whether that's acting, classes, things like that. What advice do you have now for actors who may have had that big child role that everyone remembers them for, but they're like, hey, we want to keep acting, like we want to keep doing these things? What advice do you have to them who maybe want to step out?
I think, you just have to continue to put the work in. And especially for someone like me, I just knew that I had bad habits because they had worked.
Yeah.
I had my mom's voice in my head at 11 years old going, milk the joke, baby, the bigger, the better. And I had to unlearn that shit, but it worked beautifully for Drake and Josh and super sort of broad sitcoms, but maybe it wasn't as cute as a grown-up.
Right.
And like, I went like 2 or 3 years where I just wasn't working a lot. And, certainly I would see comments on social media that would totally like, bum me out or break my heart. But I knew that the thing that was different about me was I was in acting class during that time. And I would see each week, I'd be like, you know what? I might not be booking right now, but I'm getting better. Like I feel better doing this thing. I'm preparing myself that if the right opportunity comes, I'll be able to take advantage of it. And it inevitably did, but I never would have been ready had I not spent those 3 years like really humbling myself to the process. And it's just because I love it. TV was my escape. It was my best friend since I was 8 years old. And it's a thing that I've always loved. And now I'm like, I have this really small part in this Christopher Nolan movie. And I've been, I was on set 2 days ago going like, I'm the guy from Drake and Josh. Like, what am I doing here? But I'm soaking it up.
Yeah. I love it. I feel like you've had a couple of those moments and you've joked about it, and you joke about it in the book, or even here, with John Stamos, or being cast as a brother to Chris Hemsworth was like.
I mean, is that the most insane thing you've ever heard? Like, what was that? The casting director, God bless her, she might have had eye problems.
That was reading about that in the book really did make me laugh.
And you're like, Chris Hemsworth has other brothers.
Totally.
And they don't look like me.
I just was like, I remember him talking because his Liam, or Luke, Luke
is the one that's not an actor. Liam is the actor.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember like, again, this is 2009, right?
Yeah.
Like Chris wasn't even Thor yet.
Yeah.
And first of all, he has like the nerve to also be nice.
Yeah.
like I remember we would do scenes and he was sort of older than us. So he would come up to some of the young actors and he would call us cubs. And we'd be like,
that's so fucking cool.
Dude, with the accent too, right? Like,
yeah. We would rest in between scenes and he'd be like, oi, tired cubs.
And you were like, that's awesome.
I was like, I'll be whatever you can be my bear daddy, whatever. But he was so lovely. And then I just remember him being like, yeah, I have a brother. Like, and we went to like some barbecue together after the movie was over. And then he introduced me to Liam. And I'm like, this sucks. Like, how did I not get born into this genetic like lottery? And they're both so lovely and talented and handsome. Let's be honest, just handsome.
Yep. Yeah, straight up handsome.
That is very
no denying that.
So, to wrap it up here, obviously you have the title of the book here is Happy People Are Annoying. You seem like you're in a very happy place in your life right now. So how annoying are you?
I mean, just ask the internet. I'm annoying as fuck. But you know what? I'm really content, and that's what I was looking for, was like contentment, and to not like attach myself to those like brief moments of happiness or those brief challenging moments that like is inevitable. My buddy always says too much sun brings about a desert. And so I think that the journey of this book was realizing like the good times are coming as sure as the bad times are coming, and try to be like detached from it all and just be okay right in the middle. And that's kind of where I've been.
Yeah, we love it.
That's beautiful.
It is. And guys, for everyone listening, I highly recommend reading the book. I really, really enjoyed reading it and learning everything about you and the journey and the business. I felt like I was learning a lot of things that I did not know, whether that's about acting or social media, careers in social media. I think it's really, really interesting. So make sure you pick up your copy of Happy People Are Annoying. And Josh, thank you so much for joining us.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for having me.